So first of all, though, thank you so much that you could take your time
No problem.
to conduct an interview.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, I'm writing a dissertation about the power that social media has made for marketing as for the independent artists or artists themselves today.
Mm-hmm.
And after been watching over your content, I kind of felt that it was natural to ask you for interview.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure if what you think about it.
Well, I do a lot with social media. I actually have a second company in which I do social media coaching for companies. So, yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought I went to the right person.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's basically just 8 questions.
Sure. Fire away.
Yeah. So do you think that social media has completely taken over as the main marketing channel in the music industry today?
Well, for at least 95%, there's probably another 5% where you can do creative marketing on location. So let's say during ADE or during my winter music conference in Miami or whatever, you can do a lot of stuff offline there. But at this moment, to me, social media is the easiest way to market yourself, and you can measure everything, you can see the data. It's just it feels a bit like cheating to me.
So yeah, okay. You basically answered the next questions as well.
Oh.
So would you say that it's easier for the producer artist to make a successful marketing campaign by themselves? And
yeah. To me, I think it is. Of course, it's not as easy as I say it is, because you have to understand marketing in its natural form and stuff. But I think all the artists have the things they need to create a successful marketing campaign, because they actually have the data. They know who their audience is, where they live, what kind of people they are, what they're interested in. All the things you need to set up a marketing strategy is you can just take it out of your Facebook page or from your Instagram page or whatever. Everything's trackable right now, and I think as an artist you should use that data to create content.
Yeah, I agree to that one.
Mm-hmm.
It's but what would you say it's the biggest challenge with the social media marketing?
I think that's the creative part, because it's really easy to look into to look into your data and see all my fan base is living in Mexico, and most of them are boys, and they're between 18 and 30 years old. But how can you actually reach out to them, and how are you actually interesting to them to start following you or to become a fan? So the video that you're going to create, or the photo that you're going to post, or the blog that you're going to write, how are you going to make that, and what's the context going to be? And I think that's the hardest part, the creative part behind it.
Yeah, when from just going a bit off topic, when you say that, I remember I made on my personal, as an artist, a marketing campaign, and I got a lot of likes, but there was no engagement.
Yeah.
So only the likes,
Mm-hmm.
which didn't count anything for me, because I didn't get the plays, or I didn't get any fans out of it.
Yeah. And that's understandable. I always like to reverse engineer stuff, so think through the eyes of a fan, actually. Well, not a fan, someone who's sitting on Facebook and he doesn't know you. Let's say you created a Facebook marketing campaign, and then an ad runs by on his wall, and he doesn't know you, he doesn't know your music, he hasn't heard of your name before, nothing. And then your ad comes by, and what should be the reason for him to click on that ad? And that's
Exactly.
always, I like to think through his eyes, and to look through his eyes and think okay, what does he think? He doesn't know you, he doesn't know your music, why should he click? So you should give people a reason to click or to listen to your music. So let's say you set up a marketing campaign. Another way to do it is to create a marketing campaign for your fan base. So those people already know you, they already know your name, they already know your music. And when your track's out, you just put out a marketing campaign focused on your fan base. Because they already know you. They already know your music. The only thing you want to get out of that marketing campaign is that you reach them and they actually listen to your new song. And someone who knows you is more likely to listen to your new song than someone who doesn't know you.
Yeah.
At least from an ad from your side.
Yeah.
Because if you want to reach someone who doesn't know you, it might be more interesting to start using other people's Spotify playlists.
Interesting. You're really good at what you're doing.
Thanks.
So, but would you say there is a downside with the social media marketing, like compared to the more traditional way of what the industry used to marketing their music, or as an art?
I think I don't really see any downsides. But if I have to name one, I think it's really tempting for people to be blindfolded by the likes and stuff, and they give too much attention to the likes, and they don't think about what really matters in the end, which is, are they willing to engage with you, and do they actually like your brand? Do they actually like your music or whatever? So I think if there's a negative side, it's that people are more likely to get addicted to likes or addicted to social media at all, because it works like some kind of drug. Every time you get a like, you get this shot. That's how it works in the brain. So I think if there's if I have to mention a negative thing, it's going to be that.
Yeah. So is there, like, as far as the marketing goes, would you say that there's a platform which is more crucial and powerful for artists than others?
You mean if there's one better than the other, or?
Yeah.
Depends on what kind of brand you are. But at this moment, I would still go for Facebook or Instagram, because those are the two biggest platforms, and everyone in the world is on there. So if you want to reach out to people in, let's say, India or Mexico or anywhere in the world, that's the place you should go. And then you have a lot of options there as well as an artist.
Yeah.
So to me, Facebook and Instagram still are the biggest platforms.
Yeah. So, but like, have you seen a difference or change in the way that an act is marketed in today's music industry? Like, have you seen a change of how an artist is being marketed?
In difference to a few years back, or?
Yeah, like last, as far as 5, 6, 7 years.
I think it's not like it's been done differently, but I think it could go quicker right now. So a new artist could be more successful in a shorter amount of time. I think that's the biggest difference.
Yeah. So what changes do you think the future of social media marketing will hold, as far as in the music industry?
Yeah, I think it's going to be really important to build a community as an artist, and to be loyal to fans. So not just release music and play records and that's the only thing you do. No, you actually have to spend time with your community and give them value in whatever way possible. And you like the thing that makes you unique. So your unique selling point is going to be way more important, because a lot of DJs are becoming a lot of people are becoming DJ right now. So the market is starting to how do you say that? The market is starting to there's a lot of people entering the market right now, so it's getting bigger and bigger. So it's harder to stand out. And I think the thing that makes you unique is way more important than ever before.
So so basically it's more about being unique.
Yeah, it's always been about being unique, but I think in the last few years you could have a pretty decent career by just copying other people's music or using anyone else's samples. And I think that's going to change in the next few years. You have to be more unique, branding-wise, but also music-wise.
Okay, and I have one more question on, and that's is there any other general comments on marketing, like how your marketing acts, is that you want to make? If there's any other comments.
I think artists overall really underestimate how much power, how big the power of good marketing is. I think if, as an artist, of course, it's important to make music and it's important to release music, but if no one knows your music is out there, and if no one knows your brand or knows your artist name or whatever, it's useless. So I think a lot of people underestimate the power of marketing, and they don't spend enough time to actually create a smart marketing plan. And I would really suggest artists to take some time and start thinking about those things.
Yeah, that's true. Like, I can really agree on that one.
It's really tempting to just make music because that's the fun part, you know, but the boring part also needs work every now and then.
Yeah, the boring part has a lot to say, I would say too. It's but yeah, as you say, I'm studying on a music school, and I can see like a lot of people it's all about the music, and there's no marketing, and they're super excited by having 100 likes on Instagram, like 100 followers. So
but in the end, all that matters is that if you're booked at a show or whatever, how many people show up to see you. And it's not about it. Maybe your Instagram pic gets like 100,000 likes, but when you get booked and 10 people show up, it's not in balance, you know. So that's the only thing that matters. People need to show up. People need to buy tickets to see you. They have to be a big fan of you.
Yeah, that's a good point. It's a really good point.